74th commencement of Chestnut Hill College please come to order? This afternoon we gather to celebrate the educational odyssey of the class of 2001, the first graduating class of the 21st century and of the third millennium. Congratulations. The invocation will be delivered by Tammy Tansler, class of 2001, a criminal justice major graduating from the Accelerated Division. Tammy resides in Eagleville, Pennsylvania. Mateo Mabundo, class of 2001, College for Women, will lead us in the singing of the national anthem. Mateo is a fine arts and technology major who is an international student from Kenya. Please stand for the invocation and remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
Almighty God, you have given us minds to know you, voices to praise you, and hearts to love you. Today, as we gather to celebrate, let us reflect on the changes that our time here in this place of dreams, Chestnut Hill College, has wrought. God, you have brought each of us from a different place, from a different life. Here we met, put our differences aside, and worked to help each other. In doing so, we have truly come to appreciate God's work in all our wonderful diversity. Each of us has grown and our potential has been challenged, our self-worth raised. We have grown in the esteem of all our loved ones, and in doing so, have shown them that the only true limits in human experience are those we set for ourselves. We came here seeking transformation, and transformation has occurred through our own efforts and through your guidance. God of all creation, we ask for your blessing as we continue on our spiritual journey. Our minds are enriched, our skills increased, and our spirits uplifted. Let us now give meaning to these changes by seeking, each in our own way, to make the world a kinder, gentler, more just place. Let us do this both for our own sakes and for the sake of those who come after us. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. Krithika Balasubramanian, class of 2001, a graduate of the College for Women, is an international student from India. Krithika graduates with a double major in molecular biology and biochemistry. Krithika will give the welcome for the class of 2000.
John Sabia, Vice Chair of the Board of Directors, Sister Carol Jean Vale, President of Chestnut Hill College, the Honorable Anna Verna, members of the Board of Directors, honored guests, respected administrators, faculty, our dear family and friends, and my fellow graduates. Welcome to the 74th commencement of Chestnut Hill College. Today's ceremony marks another milestone in our lives. As we, the class of 2001, gather here with pride and joy, we're also anxious about our future and what it has in store for us. Today brings to us both sadness and happiness. Although we're proud and ecstatic about our achievements, we're also sad as we leave the place, which has been like our home for the past few years, the Chestnut Hill College community. A few years ago, a group of people from different areas and backgrounds came together to form the class of 2001. They began their lives in Chestnut Hill College with many expectations and some apprehensions. But today, we've been transformed and have stood by each other through these years of hard times and coping with the new environment. We have received a solid foundation on which to begin our new journey into life. As I look back at the years that have passed here at Chestnut Hill College, I'm reminded of the following quote. Some people come into our lives and quickly go. Some stay for a while and leave footprints in our hearts, and we're never, ever the same. The experiences and the people that have crossed our lives here as students at Chestnut Hill have definitely left their footprints in our hearts and have added to the meaning of our lives. The college community, along with our families and friends and God, have helped us through times of trial and struggle, and thus have changed our lives with their love and compassion. We're grateful for the special members of our Chestnut Hill College community, the faculty, who helped us all through these years and have blessed us with the knowledge and education we have today. There's a prayer in Indian that compares teachers with God, since it is through them that we get scholastic knowledge. The Sanskrit reads, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha. Teacher is God, creator, protector, and destroyer. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Teacher is in everything, omnipresent, always evergreen with knowledge, thus lasting for eternity. I bow to the teachers. Hats off to you, our dear faculty, and all those who have been like teachers for us. Without you, today would not be possible. Today marks an end, but also a beginning for the class of 2001. From this new start, we as graduates of Chestnut Hill College are enabled to take what has become part of us professionally, academically, and spiritually, and share it with the rest of the world. As we embark on our new journeys as the helpers, the healers, and thinkers of the future, we take with us the mission of Chestnut Hill College and share it with all those we meet. Chestnut Hill College has guided and encouraged us, challenged and mentored us. The college's mission has inspired us to accomplish extraordinary feats. We will forever remain a part of the spirit of Chestnut Hill College, just as Chestnut Hill College will forever remain in our hearts. As an international student, Chestnut Hill College shall always be my home here in the United States, and the college community will always be my family. Today I welcome you, and in welcoming you, I challenge you to continue to live the mission of Chestnut Hill College at every moment of your journey. Just as Chestnut Hill College has welcomed and embraced us over the years and left footprints in our hearts, we too will continue the tradition of hospitality and inclusiveness and leave footprints in the hearts of others. I challenge you to continue the mission by nurturing a sense of integrity, spirituality, and social justice in all you encounter throughout your lives. Continue to make our alma mater proud. Know that you always will be welcomed at the place where you have achieved many wonderful goals. I wish every one of you the very best that the future has to offer. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome.
Years ago, Cicero wrote, "In nothing do men and women more nearly approach the gods than in doing good to their fellow men and women." Today's candidates for an honorary degree are persons who do immeasurable good for individuals, communities, and worthy causes. They honor us with their presence and by providing us the opportunity to recognize and celebrate their selfless commitment to others. This afternoon, we are pleased to honor and to confer the honorary degree Doctor of Laws on Anne O'Shea Devlin, class of 1964, and J. Hugh Devlin, her husband. Sister Agnes Josephine Conway, Professor Emerita of Classics, will present the honorary degree candidate. Mr. John Sabia, Vice Chair of the Board of Directors of Chestnut Hill College, will present the doctoral hood to each of the three candidates. Sister Agnes.
One of the occupational hazards of the teaching profession is that only rarely does one see any immediate results of one's daily labor. The formation of any student becomes visible only much later in the evidence of a life well lived. Today, the faculty and administration of Chestnut Hill College are happy to honor the exemplary life of an alumna, Anne O'Shea Devlin, with her husband, J. Hugh Devlin. In 1964, Nancy received her A.B. degree from Chestnut Hill College at the same time that Hugh was receiving his Bachelor of Science degree from LaSalle University. They married in 1967, and together they have lived out Chestnut Hill College's mission statement: happiness in marriage and family life, quietly generous Christian service to those in any kind of need, and rewarding competence in daily work. All of this delightfully flavored with a wonderful sense of humor and love of life. Nancy was the quintessential Chestnut Hill College student, serious in pursuit of her studies in Latin, and also the popular president of the Athletic Association. After graduation, Nancy's leadership qualities had full play in many areas, as she chaired the Social Concerns Committee of her parish, served as board member of the Visiting Nurses Association, volunteered her services in other areas of health care and education. Nancy's athletic side finds her still active in tennis and golf. In a short time after Hugh Devlin received his MBA from Seton Hall University in 1967, he joined Morgan Stanley as vice president. In 1975, he became partner and has held increasingly important positions, including overall administrative leadership for the investment banking division. This brought additional responsibilities for technology, healthcare, and telecommunications. In 1989, he became advisory director of Morgan Stanley. Mr. Devlin was a founding member of Barr, Devlin and Associates in 1990 and remained consultant to this firm until his retirement in March 2001. Among other interests too numerous to mention, Hugh is past chairman of the Board of Trustees of the Riverview Medical Center. Currently, he is a trustee of Johns Island Foundation in Florida. Nancy and Hugh are the gracious and grace-filled parents of John, David, and Sarah, and are now savoring the cherished role of grandparents. Hugh's extraordinary competence in his career has enabled the unassuming Devlins to be substantially generous to many educational and research needs, as well as to each one's alma mater. Sister President, it is a special joy to present to you Nancy O'Shea Devlin and J. Hugh Devlin for the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
Anne O'Shea Devlin and J. Hugh Devlin, ardent friends and supporters of Chestnut Hill College, exemplary wife and husband, committed mother and father and grandparents, generous benefactors of the economically challenged, dedicated volunteers to charitable causes, and exemplary human beings. It is indeed a privilege and an honor for me to be able, at long last, to acknowledge you publicly for the good you have done and to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Thank you very much. On behalf of my wife Nancy and myself, I just want to say how grateful and honored we are for this tribute. Chestnut Hill College has meant so much to us during our lives. The Sisters of St. Joseph, the faculty, we thank you for this honor. Sister Agnes Josephine, thank you for your wonderful words. Sister Carol Jean Vale, we are indeed grateful. Thank you.
We are pleased to honor and to confer the honorary degree Doctor of Laws on the Honorable Anna Sabati Verna. David Contasta, Professor of History, will present the honorary degree candidate.
It is a great privilege to introduce the Honorable Anna C. Verna, President of the Philadelphia City Council, as our commencement speaker and the recipient of an honorary degree. President Verna is now serving her 7th term on City Council, having been elected for the first time in 1974 as the representative of Philadelphia's 2nd Council District, which includes Center City, South, and Southwest Philadelphia. In 1987, she was elected Majority Leader of the Council, and in 1999, she became the first woman in Philadelphia's more than 300-year history to be selected by her peers as Council President. A firm and no-nonsense leader, she nevertheless has managed to forge a creative consensus among fellow legislators on many issues. During her quarter century in City Council, Anna C. Verna has been instrumental in restoring the fiscal health of Philadelphia, especially in her role as chair of the powerful Finance Committee. She has also sponsored or supported initiatives to freeze tax assessments for senior citizens, to increase staffing for the police and fire departments, to develop a drug task force, and to renovate the city's decaying housing stock. Council President Verna sits on the boards of many civic and philanthropic organizations in Philadelphia, including the Franklin Institute, the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Philadelphia Historical Commission, and the Board of City Trusts. She is also a leading member of Philadelphia's Italian-American community. Sister President, it is a great honor to present Anna C. Verna, a native Philadelphian, accomplished political and civic leader, and extraordinary woman, for the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Anna C. Verna, first woman City Council President, committed advocate for the poor, guardian of the rights of Philadelphians, champion of police and fire personnel, conscientious volunteer and supporter of nonprofit organizations, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Laws honoris causa. The commencement address will now be delivered by the Honorable Dr. Anna C. Verna, President of Philadelphia City Council. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you all so very much. Well, Sister told me I could prepare a 6-hour speech. I hope you're ready. Sister Carol Jean Vale, Mr. John Sabia, Vice Chair of the Board of Directors, members of the class of 2001, your families, and members of the college community. I am pleased to be on this beautiful campus today, and I am honored to be among so many accomplished and talented men and women. Thank you for sharing this special event with me. In thinking over what I could say to you to lend special meaning to this commencement, it occurred to me that there is one course more important than any other: Life 101. Learning, remembering, and conducting our lives according to the values passed on to us through our faith and by our family and friends. And so I offer to you my life experience. I grew up in a household where discussions were dominated by politics. But more importantly, I grew up in an Italian-American household where values were rooted in strong church and family traditions. My parents taught my brother and me to give thanks to God for our abundant blessings, but it was the way they taught us that made the difference. They taught by example. They taught by example, which we don't see too much today. We watched my father serve as a surrogate father for many of my cousins, while still always making sure he had time for his children. Years ago, people would have said my mother didn't have a job. We're smarter today. We know that being a stay-at-home mom is a full-time job. My mother was always there for anyone who needed her. My parents also taught me that the purpose of our time here on earth is to make a contribution to a better world. My father in particular believed public service is an honorable pursuit and a way to profoundly touch the other people's lives. He left a remarkable legacy as a magistrate and a city council member. I pray I have had even 1/10 the impact on people's lives that he did. Today, 25 years after his death, I still meet people who tell me about an act of kindness of his that had a deep impact on the rest of their lives. Remember, whatever you do today, someone will remember 25 years from now. I was first elected to City Council in 1975, and since then, I have had the opportunity to meet with several presidents of the United States, to have dinner with the Queen of England, and to be received in audience by His Holiness, Pope John Paul II. Many people take for granted that those events have been the highlights of my career. I feel privileged to have had these opportunities, but my real sense of satisfaction comes from seeing a senior citizens housing complex built or attending the opening of a recreation center or library. Being able to have a positive influence on the daily lives of my constituents is without doubt the most rewarding and important facet of my work. While it is an honor to be the first woman president of Philadelphia City Council, if I can leave only one legacy, I prefer to be remembered for sponsoring property tax reform legislation to help senior citizens or for providing affordable housing. Today, you leave Chestnut Hill with much better skills and more hands-on preparation than most who have walked these halls before you. You have been challenged and prepared to embrace impossibly daring visions. In Philadelphia, we are embracing a daring new vision for our neighborhoods. You should know that you are my dream for our city's future. I hope that many of you sitting before me choose to make Philadelphia your home. We need you as we rebuild our city, brick by brick, school by school, and block by block. My hopes and aspirations for the future are with you, because as some of the most talented and educated members of our society, you have not only the opportunity, but also the responsibility to be leaders in our community. But if you can bring only one daring vision to your life and your community, make it the one that the Sisters of St. Joseph first embraced more than 350 years ago in France. Have a generous spirit for any and all good works. Remember that in the 19th century, the sisters again responded with a generous spirit, this time to the need to educate poor immigrants in Philadelphia. With St. John Newman's assistance, the sisters came to Chestnut Hill and founded Mount St. Joseph Academy on this very site. Because of the actions of these generous women, you have had an opportunity at Chestnut Hill to experience a unique educational path through which to make your mark in life. The college's core values remain the same as when it was founded by the Sisters of St. Joseph. The gifts of each student are still nurtured, encouraged, and supported. I trust that you have learned valuable life lessons. I didn't have the benefit of learning in college many of the lessons that you have, but I certainly learned them in life. I recall when I entered City Council, I was one of only 2 councilwoman members. Some of our male colleagues completely ignored us. They made it well known that they believed we were far better suited in the kitchen, not the council. At times, it was difficult. In fact, it was more than difficult. It was absolutely infuriating. But again, I always tried to remember my parents' example, and I lived by the values they had taught me. Hard work, consistency, perseverance, and integrity. By demonstrating these values, my colleagues learned that I was just as capable as they were. I learned that our differences weren't always based on gender. In fact, they usually weren't. Rather, our fundamental disagreements were more often about what we individually valued most in life. Despite our differences, by understanding the dynamics, we were able, Sister, I'm trying to rush. I know I said 6 hours, but I am really trying to rush. To move forward and to work as a team. We didn't, and we still don't always agree on every issue. Hard choices are made, but when we act, it is with the sincere belief that we are making the best choice for the people of Philadelphia. I tell you this because you too will be faced with tough choices in the future, ones that you often won't like. But you can make those decisions by combining your academic background with common sense and life experience. I offer a word of caution. Never let your academic knowledge get in the way of common sense and life experience. Faced with a choice between the two, always rely on your common sense and your experience. Sometimes you'll make the right choice, sometimes not. God only knows I've made my mistakes, and I hope I've learned by them. You too will learn from your mistakes, and they will give you invaluable life experience. Never allow yourself to be intimidated by the mistaken belief that one person's actions mean nothing. Because if you change the life of only one person, you have changed their world, and that will be your most significant life achievement. Never be apathetic about the political process because you think nothing ever changes. If you believe that, I remind you, you are here in the city where history was forever changed by the acts of a courageous few. Where would we be without the Declaration of Independence or the Constitution of the United States? Sometimes people call my office and tell me I'm sick and tired of politicians, followed by, if you don't vote for me, I'll never vote again. Well, let me share with you a trade secret. Elected officials never fear people who don't vote. They do fear people who do vote against them. Make no mistake, your vote and your involvement do count. Just look at the last presidential election for proof. So speak out for what you believe in, but remember, if it's worth believing in, it's worth doing. Act with courage and conviction, but never, never fail to act. Take your hard-earned degrees and carry on in the strong tradition of Chestnut Hill. Strive to be the first in your chosen fields of endeavor. But know this, none of us can rewrite the past, so never let it become easier to write your resume than to experience life. Because in the end, if we don't respond to the needs of our family, our friends, and yes, even our enemies, with a gracious spirit, it certainly won't matter how many presidents we've met, if we have ever dined with the Queen, or even had an audience with the Pope. I leave this with you as my final thought. There is a song by Lee Ann Womack entitled, I Hope You Dance. The words are as follows. When you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance, I hope you dance. When you gather here again, I hope that you have danced. Congratulations, best wishes, God bless each and every one. I thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you for those insightful and inspiring words. I can assure you that the students who leave here know how to dance. They know how to raise their voices. They have deep values and a belief system that will sustain them throughout their lives. And I certainly hope that many of you, good women and men, will follow the example of Dr. Verna and consider becoming public servants. Now for the long-anticipated moment, the conferral of degrees on the class of 2001. Dr. Kathleen Anderson, Vice President for Enrollment Management and Dean of the Accelerated Division, and Sister Marianne Salenza, Dean of the College for Women and the Graduate Division, will present the candidates for the degrees Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Associate of Arts.
Before we begin, there is one clarification. The honors listed in the program for the baccalaureate degrees were calculated on all but the last semester or session attended. Any announced changes today are based on final semester or session cumulative grade point averages. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts please stand? Sister President, the candidates whose names appear in the official commencement program under the heading Bachelor of Arts have completed satisfactorily the required courses of study at Chestnut Hill College and have complied faithfully with the standards of this institution. Therefore, as Vice President for Enrollment Management and Dean of the Accelerated Division, I have the honor to present them for the degree Bachelor of Arts.
By the authority vested in me as president of Chestnut Hill College under her charter from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts to which you are recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto throughout the world, signed and sealed in the Great Seal, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the college.
We will ask that you hold your applause until all the Bachelors of Arts have received their degree so that everyone's name can be clearly heard. Nicole Sandy Bailey. Maureen Teresa Baldino. Kelly D. Bonds. Sarah Magdalena Brady. Carolyn Adela Brown, cum laude. Kimberly A. Burns, magna cum laude. Holly Deborah Caldwell, summa cum laude. Sandra Anna Cartagena. Nina Frances Cobson, cum laude. Laurie Ann Curl, cum laude. Anna Maria D'Amicis. Kate Delaney, cum laude. Julia Christine Deputy. Jane E. Devlin, cum laude. Gabriella Dinsmore, magna cum laude. Andrew F. Dwyer, Jr. Sharna P. Fitchett. Washington Lee Grant. Lorna A. Harmon, magna cum laude. Marion Malace Houston. Jessica Jean Kalemba Lucas, magna cum laude. Jennifer Ann Lott. Mateo Mabundo, cum laude. Henry J. McCain, Jr. Cornelius J. McGee, summa cum laude. Christine Marie McGlynn. Tanya L. Meadows, cum laude. Gwendolyn F. Osborne, cum laude. Loz E. Pagan. Patricia L. Page. Laura Jean Paul, cum laude. Mary Lydia Roddy, magna cum laude. Claudia I. Santos. Dina Ann Sellers. Catherine Ann Sunny, magna cum laude. Tekenya Shalise Stiles. Jennifer M. Tartaro, magna cum laude. Darrell Turner, Jr., magna cum laude. Tawana Melinda Williams. Carol A. Winters. Congratulations, Bachelors of Arts.
degree of Bachelor of Science. Please stand. Mr. President, the candidates whose names appear in the official commencement program under the heading Bachelor of Science have completed satisfactorily the required courses of study at Chestnut Hill College and have complied faithfully with the standards of this institution. Therefore, as Dean, I have the honor to present them for the degree Bachelor of Science. By the authority vested in me as President of Chestnut Hill College under her charter from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science to which you are recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto throughout the world, signed and sealed in the Great Seal, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the college. Before presenting the candidates for their diplomas, I ask that the members of the audience once again reserve their applause until all have received their diplomas. Dana Louise Aldifer, magna cum laude. Sarah A. Anderson, summa cum laude. June N. Bab Agard. Krithika Balasubramanian. Gail M. Baum, magna cum laude. Tanya Bethel. Kelly Danielle Betterson. Tasha Levita Blakeney. Kathleen Bradley. Danette Deanna Berry. Carmen A. Roca, cum laude. Dina Campolongo. Toya M. Capers. Andrea Marie Carpensey. Juliana T. Chapman. Jessie Cam Sheng. Shayna Chorney. Carol Elizabeth Sharzanowski. Johnson S. Shaku. Tisha Latoya Clark. Jeannie M. Clover. Lisa Rochelle Coleman. Migdalia Cruz. Aquiline Archelons Dixon. Gregory M. Dotson. Tracy Ann Drock, summa cum laude. Dana Marie Drazul. Maria Elena Efthymio. Catherine Renee Esch. Mary Rose Faustman, magna cum laude. Joanne T. Fegley. Nicole Monique Fisher. Deborah Ann Folk. Darcel Marie Fullerton, magna cum laude. Jill Marie Goenden. Gilda C. Grigori, magna cum laude. Diana Louise Scribbling. Teresa C. Hagan, summa cum laude. Aisha Hamid. Emily Cody Hankins. Stacy C. Hardy. Gail Lynn Dabney Haynes. Michelle Hegler. Eor Bogdan Hilo. Deborah Jo Herring. Julie Hill, summa cum laude. Lauren Ann Hinkle. Nita Twitty Hopkins. Lisa M. Howard. David S. Hudson. Kristen C. Hughes. Riyadh Z. Ibrahim. Jeannie Doris Irons, magna cum laude. Melissa Gail Jackson.
Dawn Stacy Johnson. Sania Nicole Jones. Daniel Anthony Kearns, magna cum laude. Ellen Ray Kosh, summa cum laude. David R. Kribel Jr., cum laude. Melanie Ann Crisco. Abiayua U. Lowell. R. Wayne Lindy, summa cum laude. Genevieve Marie Noderer Lynch. Danielle Lee Macchione. Sadie Marie McBride. Keith J. McCarrick. Teresa M. McLean, cum laude. Christine McCrane, cum laude. Mary Ann McGarrigle, cum laude. Patricia Rose McGovern. Erin Kate McKelvey. Melissa Ann McMichael. Tony Christine Meadows. Kelly Bryson Mitchell. Jessica Edette Morales. Jill C. Morgan. William J. Morrison Jr., magna cum laude. Angela Renee Nichols. Vincent Peter O'Neill, magna cum laude. Mary Pauline Padilla. Sister Alicia M. Perna, magna cum laude. Janice C. Robinson. Donna Elizabeth Rodzowicz. Aaliyah Michelle Rogers. Michael A. Rosano, summa cum laude. Tariana Noel Ruffin. Tara E. Rykowski. Zakia Rahil Salahuddin, summa cum laude. Annie Kavitha Sampson. Arthur W. Smith. Helen Bernetta Snowden, magna cum laude. Adrian Diane Spates. Brooke Michelle Taylor Stewart. Tammy L. Tansler, summa cum laude. Princess Nicole Yamaka Tate. Dahlia C. Taylor. Deborah Jean Thomas. Sophia R. Thompson. Felicia Ann Tomasi. Heather L. Terlinsky. Phyllis A. Valenti Cram, magna cum laude. Yvette Vera. Marissa Claire Vincent. Clarissa M. Vincent Paramore. Julianne Wade, summa cum laude. Suzanne Colleen Walder. Stephen Anthony Ware. Tiffany Renee Weaver. Babes A. Whitfield. Sharice Wilson. Lavon N. Wilson. Deanna Lynn Winston. Kinga C. Zambo. Of Associate of Arts, please stand. Sister President, the candidates whose names appear in the official commencement program under the heading Associate of Arts have completed satisfactorily the required courses of study at Chestnut Hill College and have complied faithfully with the standards of this institution. Therefore, as Dean, I have the honor to present them for the degree Associate of Arts.
By the authority vested in me as president of Chestnut Hill College under her charter from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degree of Associate of Arts to which you are recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto throughout the world. Signed and sealed in the Great Seal, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the college. I congratulate you, Associates of Arts.
Elizabeth Ann Cronin Kane. Naoko Matsumoto.
I'm sorry, I didn't give you that. We don't do it for associates.
Dr. William T. Walker, Vice President for Academic Affairs, will present the candidates for the master's degrees.
Candidates for master's degrees, please stand. Mr. President, the candidates whose names appear in the official commencement program under the headings Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Spiritual Direction, Master of Science in Technology and Education, Master of Science in Applied Technology, and Master of Education have completed satisfactorily the required courses of study at Chestnut Hill College and have complied faithfully with the standards of this institution. Therefore, as Vice President for Academic Affairs, I have the honor to present these master's candidates to you.
By the authority vested in me as President of Chestnut Hill College under her charter from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, I confer upon you the degrees of Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality and Spiritual Direction, Master of Science in Technology and Education, Master of Science in Applied Technology, and Master of Education to which you are recommended, admitting you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto throughout the world. Signed and sealed in the Great Seal, in testimony whereof you will receive the diploma of the college. I congratulate you, Masters of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Masters of Arts in Holistic Spirituality and Spiritual Direction, Masters of Science in Technology and Education, Masters of Science in Applied Technology, and Masters in Education.
For the degree Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Kathleen Griffin Muth. Carol Joyce Quinn. For the degree Master of Arts in Holistic Spirituality, Spiritual Direction, Mary Louise Weaver Hauser. Sister Kathleen M. Smith. For the degree Master of Science, Brandy Ann Alexander. Anna M. Barbosa. Karen Green Bardawill. Kimberly A. Benner. Ben L. Boswell. Deidre D. Cluell. Heather Beth Cohen. Iris V. Colbreth. Christina Marie Couples. Mika Andrea Dabney. Lori A. Fitch. Charlotte Neolis Harris. Frank G. Hartwell. Sharon D. Heil. Angela J. Lutzi Hoagland. Marcel Shanette Jones. Louise Ann Kennedy. Christina Jo Kitchen. Gail Klein. Jill Marie Lickman. Cornelia Farrell Maggio Scuderi. Amy Elizabeth Maroon. Michelle Lee Miller. Sarah Mary Morelli. Anne Marie Murphy. Joanne Sherwood Pear-Tree. Michael Petrowski. Tracy Lapworth-Potere. Deanna Lynn Roberts. Paula L. Sandusky. Susan Schoenberger. James Elias Van Horn Sr. Jason Robert Victory. Pamela J. Williams. Allison B. Winston. Wendy D. Westner. Deborah L. Zimmerman. For the degree of Master of Science in Technology and Education, Lynn A. Rivello. For the degree Master of Science in Applied Technology, A. Sergio Anaya. Sheila Antonuccio. Janet Alman Barcaro. Mary L. Dempsey. Tiffany R. Jakowski Bartol. Jody Ann King. Judith Carolyn Landis. Jody Ann Linta. Michelle Denise Meeks. Elizabeth Ann Michaels. John Stephen Pontiac. Jill Lynn Saltner. Michelle Gaddy Sims. Sandra L. Soricelli. Laverne S. Wright. For the degree Master of Education, Susan S. Brown. Erin Mary Carmody. Luann Walther Cunningham. Catherine A. Daly. Mary Krill DiCiani. Christine Joy Donovan. Therese Werner Doherty. Glenn Feinberg. Molly Hashian. Brian Charles Michaels. Kimia C. Mojibin. Patricia O. Morales. Elaine Ann Nicoletti. Stephen Paul O'Hara. Shirley Orms. Maria T. Romuni. Monica Ellen Rossi. Catherine Ann Rudolph. Susan Staples. Stanley Albert Sostek. Congratulations.
Each year, the Lindback Foundation makes it possible to acknowledge a distinguished teacher. A distinguished teacher is defined by the foundation as one who is intellectually stimulating, challenging, and accessible, one committed to the life of the mind and the spirit, and to the temporal and eternal well-being of students. A committee of students, faculty, and administrators reviewed nominations, deliberated on them, and recommended a recipient to me from among our outstanding faculty. Our distinguished professor is one who, and I quote from the nominations, is a master teacher. Not only does this professor engage students' minds, he activates their hearts. Students report engaging in conversations begun in class well into the night. Has gone the extra mile for both students and the college. Shows concern for the students' overall education and also their daily lives. Has a teaching technique that not only challenges but inspires students to be who they are. Quote, he has expanded my mind in every possible way. Always answers questions and is very open to anything. Has an enthusiasm that makes this class a favorite for students and motivates them to take more classes with this professor. An excellent teacher whose dedication to justice and education is inspiring. It is my privilege to present the Christian R. and Mary F. Lindback Award for Distinguished Teaching and the Lindback Check for $4,000 to Associate Professor of Religious Studies, Dr. Marie Kahn. My dear sister alumnae and brother alumni, each of you, whether the youngest graduate in the College for Women or the oldest graduate in the accelerated or graduate divisions, came to this college with hopes, dreams, and goals. As you leave today, you go forth with the tools, the skills, and the competencies necessary to realize your hopes, to fulfill your dreams, to reach your goals. With T.S. Eliot, I urge that you never cease from exploring. Always ahead of you is a new frontier that you have yet to conquer. As long as you live, reach beyond yourselves to stretch to a place you have never been. If you live in such a manner, your minds, your hearts, your bodies will stay vibrant and young, with an energy born of an enthusiasm for life. The fountain of youth is not a geographic location to be discovered. It is an inner attitude of mind and heart that is tapped only when we are impelled forward by the truth and desires of our own inner resources of faith, vision, and daring. If we have achieved our goal at Chestnut Hill College, we have put you in touch with that hidden fountain within you. We have taught you to draw water from it. It now remains for you to continue to nourish that spirit-deep spring of life. Class of 2001, the new odyssey upon which you are about to embark promises excitement, exhilaration, challenge, and transformation. If you are faithful to the truth of who you are and to the best of what you know, it is an odyssey that will take you inward to new depths of self-discovery, outward to a new acceptance of others, and upward to a new understanding of intellectual and spiritual truths. You who are born at the close of the second millennium and who will live well into the third can anticipate that what you achieve, what you dream, what you dare, and what you believe will hold tremendous significance for future generations. You, educated women and men, will be the architects of the new age into which the whole of humankind is moving. It is not hyperbole to assert that the class of 2001 stands on the threshold of a world replete with wonders whose only limits are those you set. The Southern writer Eudora Welty adroitly observed that, quote, all serious daring starts from within, end quote. The dream, the vision, the hope, the belief in what is yet to be is the beginning of a new reality. Believe in your dreams, fashion your vision, and deepen your beliefs so that you can make the myth of your inner worlds the reality of the outer world. If you live what you have learned, if you have the courage to know and be true to yourselves and your deepest beliefs, if you refuse to compromise who you are to get what you want or what you think you should have, if you respect and reverence the rights of others, and if you have the humility to get on your knees to beseech, thank, and praise God, the fountain of life within you will be a source of living water, ever fresh and ever refreshing. The secret of happiness is not fame or fortune or success. The secret of happiness is simply becoming who you are by being who you are. It is being convinced that life has a purpose and then living your life with the conviction that you can make a difference. We educated you not for the good life, but to lead a good life. You leave this college today with all that you require to be faithful to that challenge. Class of 2001, I salute you. May God bless you and keep you on the odyssey called life. Sister Mary Dara, Assistant to the President for Mission and Ministry, will join me for the missioning of the class of 2001. Will the graduate please stand? We, the Chestnut Hill College community, commission the class of 2001 to go forth. We charge you to proclaim with your voices, to cherish in your hearts, to underscore with your lives the mission you have lived as students at Chestnut Hill College. We challenge you to dedicate yourselves to the highest purposes of life and of your chosen professions. In the words of the prophet Micah and of our mission statement, we exhort you to act justly,
to address courageously issues of social justice by fostering a correct relationship to God, self, others, and the earth,
to love tenderly,
to cherish all that is good, all that is holy, in the diverse cultures and peoples of the world, and always, in all things, to engage in the pursuit of truth, wisdom, human understanding, and knowledge, both for yourselves and others.
to walk humbly with your God,
To be responsible leaders who dare to change and to grow personally, professionally, and spiritually. Leaders who are actively and creatively involved in society and aware of world conditions. Leaders who have the courage to carry God into the culture.
Will the members of the Board of Directors, the administration, faculty, staff, and any alumni who are present please stand to mission the 2001 graduates. May you who have passed to these hallowed halls look back and say, and I quote, "Through our great good fortune, in our youth, our hearts were turned to fire." Class of 2001, we commission you to go forth with our blessing and trust that your lives will reflect to the world the light of love and truth gleaned from this college called Chestnut Hill. What you have received as a gift, give as a gift. Congratulations, and please come back often. May I now ask everyone to stand for the alma mater and remain standing for the benediction. The benediction will be offered by Brian C. Michaels, a resident of Audubon, Pennsylvania, who has earned a Master of Education degree. Please remain in your places until the graduates have left the tent.
God, we ask for your blessing upon all of us who are graduating from Chestnut Hill College, as today we give thanks for the support of our family, friends, and professors. We ask that you guide us on our journey and in our careers. Help us always to be mindful to share our knowledge with others, to live up to our potential, and to be a positive presence in our world. God of kindness, compassion, and mercy, bless us with your love and guide us with your wisdom. Amen.